Hi friends, welcome back to EduTap. So here is another video under your general awareness series. So today we are going to cover the news from December 8 to 10. So 3 days would be covered, and as you know, this particular video series is important for RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A and the SEBI Grade A examination. Now SEBI examination is just approaching. I wish you all very best for that, and let us just start with your video then. So here are the various courses which are being offered by us. You can just have a look. We are offering SEBI, RBI and NABARD courses as well as their combo courses. So you can choose from any of these courses as per your requirement. And here telling you briefly about our previous results, since we have been working in this field from quite some time now and we have some brilliant results with us. So in RBI Grade B and NABARD Grade A both, brilliant selections were there from our students, and RBI Grade B 2018 again we are expecting a great result, because in phase 2 280 selections have already been made. So we are waiting for the interviews to get over. So coming to your news of the day, your very first news is about the exoplanets. So NASA's Kepler Telescope has discovered 100 new exoplanets. So first let me tell you what are these exoplanets, and then we'll come to your Kepler Telescope. So actually these are the planets which will revolve around the stars other than the sun. So as you know that sun is the star to the planet Earth and all the other planets which are in the solar system. So similarly there are other stars as well in the universe about which the different planets orbit around. So to them we refer as exoplanets. Now NASA's Kepler telescope is very much important, and it is a ground based observatory and telescope, as you can see in the name itself. So it has now observed more than 100 exoplanets. I will tell you the importance of this news. See, this Kepler telescope is actually officially retired by NASA. So even after its retirement, this telescope is continuing to give its data on the exoplanets. And if we are talking about Kepler telescope, let me tell you that actually since it has been retired, so its successor telescope has already been launched by NASA. It is also collecting data on the same. So that particular telescope is called as Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite. So TESS it is called as. So Kepler and TESS are actually associated to the exoplanets. So that would be it for you. And see, I've given the picture here so that you can see that whenever a planet actually is orbiting around its star, so the brightness emitted from its star would dip a bit. That brightness is actually calculated by these observatories and telescopes, and then they give out that how many planets are actually circulating around that star. So more than enough information I've given you regarding this particular news. Go through the slide, and that would be it for you. So let us move on to your second news then. Okay, another important news again related to space. So SpaceX has actually launched the satellites, 64 small satellites in a single mission. Now SpaceX is actually a private company based in US, and it is also in the space research and engineering associated. SpaceX is actually, you must have heard about it, it is the company of Elon Musk. So now this particular company has launched its Falcon 9 rocket, and with the rocket has actually carried 64 small satellites at one go. So this is a kind of record which has been made in US in the launching of satellites at one go. And let me tell you a very interesting thing, that ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, actually holds the record of most satellite launches at a one go or in a single flight. So PSLV C-37 rocket of ISRO is credited with the launch of 104 satellites at one go. So this was achieved by ISRO in this year only. So this is also important for you in this particular news. Apart from that, let me tell you that this Falcon 9 rocket is also important. It is a kind of reusable launch vehicle or rocket, you can say. That is again a technology on which SpaceX is working, and even ISRO is working now. So as to reduce the cost if the rockets can be brought back and used again. So this particular mission of launching 64 small satellites was referred as Small Sat Express. Keep this in mind. Falcon 9 rocket, I've told you. If you get to know any other information related to all these things, let me know in the comment section below. And I guess that would be it. Okay. So moving to our third news, Kannur Airport has been inaugurated in Kerala. Now why is this inauguration important? Let me tell you, with the inauguration of this airport in Kerala, Kerala has become the only state in India with 4 international airports. So that is a very important feat which has been achieved by Kerala. So now it has 4 international airports. Apart from Kannur, the 3 other airports, the name I've given here, just you can keep them in mind. Cochin, Trivandrum and Calicut. So these are the 3 other airports rather than Kannur. So now this is very much important because Kerala is the state from where a lot of people, actually the non-resident Indians, are there, and they reside in the Gulf countries. And we have covered somewhere in our videos previously that actually India is the country which receives the highest remittances from the Gulf countries. So are you able to relate it? That people living in Kerala, when they go to work and they are working in the Gulf countries, they are sending the remittances back. So it had become important of this airport to be launched. So this has been made now. And another important thing is that it is a greenfield airport. So that means a new airport established, and it is basically built on public-private partnership model. That also we have covered in our previous videos, that nowadays government is actually pushing the model of already existing airports towards the public-private partnership so as to maintain them. Are you able to recall that news? If yes, please mention below in the comment section. And I think that would be it from this particular news about the Kannur airport. Moving on. Okay, now this is again important. Khelo India Youth Games to be held in Pune from January 9. So Khelo India Youth Games is actually the 2nd edition of Khelo India Games. So this Khelo India was actually a program of the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs. So they had launched this program so as to revive the culture of sports in India at the level of grassroots. So basically they wanted students to come from the rural areas, from the schools, to come and participate in these various games organized by the government. So it has actually come out as a very important and fruitful initiative. So the first edition last year, or in 2018 only, I'm sorry about that. So in February 2018 only, the first edition had taken place in New Delhi. So in 2019, it has been announced that Khelo India Games, that would be called as actually Khelo India Youth Games, would be organized in Pune from January again in the 2019. So what another important thing is added here is that apart from the change of the name, now the students from the colleges and universities would also be there to compete. Earlier it was not, so only school children were allowed, and categories are also been made, under 17 and under 21. So Khelo India Youth Games, that would be it. And I've already told you about the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs, which is actually associated with the organization of these games. So yes, that would be it. Okay. So there are some Navy and Air Force exercises going on between India and Russia. We'll see what are these. So first of all, AVIA INDRA exercise is actually taking place in the Air Force Station of Jodhpur, that is in Rajasthan. So Russia and India have organized this. It is the 2nd edition of this exercise. The first one was organized in 2014. So it is now conducted annually in both the countries. So in India, this is the 2nd time it is being organized here. And apart from that, there is also another exercise called as Indira Navy. So Indira, again you can learn it. Indira, whenever it comes, it stands for India plus Russia. So they are holding a joint naval drill, and it is being organized at the Indian port of Visakhapatnam. So again these naval drills have been taking place since 2003. So important things, go through the slide, and you would be done for India and Russia naval exercise as well as the Air Force exercise. Okay, so let's see what this news entails for us. So first, International Conference on Sustainable Water Management has been inaugurated. Since this is the first conference on the sustainable water management, so it becomes important for us. So it has taken place in Mohali, that is in Punjab. So there was this composite water management report and index which was released by Niti Aayog, and it had stated the crisis which is going to occur in India if the water is not managed in a sustainable way. So in that background, this becomes important for us. So this international conference, keep in mind, this was an international conference where people, government and different people had come from various countries to take part in this conference. So it had been organized by BBMB, that is Bhakra Byas Management Board. So they had organized it at the Indian School of Business, which is in Mohali. But actually it was organized under the aegis of the Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation. So this is the name of the ministry responsible for it, and under it, it was organized by BBMB. So that would be it if you keep that in mind. I'm sorry about that. So theme of the conference was sustainable water management. And aim is, I have told you, to foster the participation of various stakeholders, be it the government, academicians, scientists. All of them had come from different countries and took the participation in this particular management conference. Okay, so our next news is about this. See, as we are covering the general awareness section, so it becomes somewhere important for us to know that there are actually some devices which government has notified for them to be used as drugs. Now, what is the importance of this? Why is the government doing so? To treat some medical devices as drugs. Now, the motive behind this step is the government is to make the quality and performance of these devices relevant, so that they can keep a check on these things. So the 4 devices which have been actually referred to as drugs from now, they have been notified, are nebulizers, blood pressure monitors, digital thermometers and glucometers. So these 4 things they have been notified as drugs under the act, which is Drugs and Cosmetics Act. So the quality parameters would be checked, and standards which are set by BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard Certification, is there. So keep this in mind, that BIS certification is actually related to this devices products and the standards which are set by them. So with these 4 new devices, 27 medical devices actually fall under the definition of drugs as per the act of the government. So yes, that would be it. Nothing as such important from this news which you need to keep in mind. So coming to your MCQ section, see, we have covered all important news. So now there will be MCQs derived from the same news. So you have to try and solve those questions, okay, so that you get to know what are the type of questions which are derived from the news in the examination. So let us just start. Question 1 is, Kepler Telescope has been recently in news regarding its research of the exoplanets. It belongs to which of the following? So a typical question, and it can be asked in examination. So is it ISRO, NASA, JAXA, ESA or SpaceX? Pause the video, give yourself 10 seconds, try to recall what we have covered in the news earlier. So our answer to the question is NASA. So Kepler is actually related to NASA, and TESS is also related to NASA only. Question 2. Small Set Express recently in news is a dash. So you have to, this is again a typical exam question, you have to identify what is this Small Set Express. Is it transitory exoplanet survey satellite? Is it a polar satellite launch vehicle, that is PSLV? Is it a Mars lander, first private satellite, or do you think it is the mission of the Falcon 9 rocket? Now this is an easy question. So our answer is option E. So Small Set Express is the mission of SpaceX, which had launched 64 small satellites at one go through the Falcon 9 rocket. Question 3. Now this is important, yes. Which of the following states is the only one in India to have 4 international airports? So is it Kerala, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, or none of the above? And our answer is Kerala. So this is the state which has now 4 international airports. Okay. Again, an important question. Second edition of the Khelo India Games will be organized in which of the following cities in the year 2019? You can go through the options given. And our correct answer is option D, Pune. So the first edition was organized in February in 2018 in New Delhi, the capital city, and the second edition is going to be organized in Pune. So Pune, let me tell you, is actually called as the city of students. So there these games are going to be organized. Final question. AVIA INDRA is the Air Force exercise between India and which of the following countries? Again, an easy question for you. Indonesia, Brazil, Russia, Afghanistan, or Japan? So AVIA is related to Air Force somewhere, and Indra is India plus Russia. So Russia is the answer to this question. So here are the answers. You can just tally your score and let me know how do you like the video, what is your score, and yes. So that would be it, guys. If you want to know about our courses or anything else about the examinations, various examinations of RBI, NABARD, SEBI, you can just visit our website www.edutab.co.in. You can even drop us a mail at the given address hello@edutab.co.in, and if you want to call us, you can do the same at 8146207241. You can even WhatsApp us on this given number about your query. So yes, that would be it, guys, from this lecture. I really hope that you liked the video, you find the content useful, and if you do so, please do not forget to click like, subscribing to our channel, and sharing this video. So yes, that would be it, guys. I wish you all a very happy learning from our team, the EduTap, and thank you for being here.